Momentum continues to grow towards raising the minimum age to buy tobacco. Last week, Robbinsdale became one of 27 cities and counties in Minnesota to increase the tobacco sales age from 18 to 21. It's considered a huge victory for anti-tobacco advocates in their fight to protect young people.
We know that, especially on tobacco issues, the cities lead and the state follows. That we saw that with clean indoor air, where many cities and counties passed clean indoor air prohibiting smoking in indoor public places before the state ever decided, hey, it's time for us to do this too and protect all people from the harms of tobacco. So we like momentum at the local level, and we really think that it pushes momentum at the state level too.
The nonprofit group Association for Non-Smokers Minnesota played a big role in getting Robbinsdale to enact its Tobacco 21 ordinance. The new law doesn't go into effect until July 1st. So in the meantime, they plan to work with the city and retailers to implement the policy. The long-term goal is to make Tobacco 21 a statewide law. But with the popularity of e-cigarettes, which are used by an estimated 3.6 million teens nationwide, they know they need to step up their education efforts.
We know that the policies that we work on, though, are having a good impact, and we're working closely with policymakers and the community to say, hey, this isn't a new, safer product. It's something that we need to look along the same lines of as tobacco and address that in the same way. Things like Tobacco 21 apply not just to tobacco cigarettes and cigars, but also to electronic cigarettes, because we know that we need to prevent youth use in both tracks.
As part of Robbinsdale's Tobacco 21 ordinance, the City Council also voted to restrict the sale of e-cigarettes to adult-only tobacco stores. Food shelves are entering the home stretch of one of their most important time of the year, Foodshare Month. PRISM in Golden Valley says Foodshare Month is vital to their organization, since March is typically when they see donations decrease and the need for food increase. The nonprofit encouraged people to organize donation drives with coworkers, families, or civic groups as a way to participate. There are a few staple items this food shelf is always in need of.
And it's very important for PRISM to restock the shelves with the basics: peanut butter, oil, personal hygiene products, tampons, pads, toilet paper. Anything that is important for any household at any time is particularly in need right now.
Now, the group is always in need of monetary donations as well. For every $1 donated, they're able to purchase 5 pounds of produce. If you're interested in donating food, you can do so at their location in Golden Valley. You can also donate on their website. Now, the numbers are in from a community event earlier this month at Cooper High School. More than 1,200 people attended the Empty Bowls event that raised money for both PRISM and Near Food Shelves. They raised almost $19,000 in donations. Organizers are calling it a success. This was the 9th year for the fundraiser. Now that spring has officially arrived, many of us are in the process of sprucing up our yards, and all that cleanup means a lot of yard waste. The city of Maple Grove will open their yard waste site on April 2nd. Residents can drop off their yard waste for free. The yard waste is composted and recycled. Folks in bordering cities can also use the facility.
If you're a resident of Maple Grove or Brooklyn Park, Brooklyn Center, there's also agreements with New Hope and Crystal, Rogers, Dayton, and Champlin. You can drop off without a fee.
Residents who live in those cities and wish to use the site must bring their license or photo ID with proof of address. Now, could Frisbee Golf be more popular than traditional golf in the next few years? Some people seem to think so. It's cheaper to play, and more than half of the people who engage in the sport are under the age of 35. Photojournalist Dustin Scholl caught up with some avid Frisbee golfers at Brookview in Golden Valley.
We're at Brookview Golf Course in Golden Valley. We're overlooking the winter disc golf course, our winter playground. Once the golf course closes in the fall and the seasons turn, we open up our winter disc golf course.
It's nice to get out and walk, especially in the winter time, you know. You get a nice sweat going beneath all the layers. It's good, yeah. Only open in the winter time, only a few months of the year. I always try to make it a nice stop.
Casey, right on the chains with us. Yeah.
The sport of disc golf is alive and well in the state of Minnesota.
Yeah.
And it's definitely thriving here at Brookview Golf Course in Golden Valley.
Heard about this place, never been here before, but it sounded pretty interesting. So.
There's a lot more people out here than I would have thought, so I'm excited to see what it's like. It's been like a month or two since I've thrown, so.
These players are determined to work on their game year-round. They're passionate, they're hardy, and they will weather all elements.
It's a winter-only course. Might as well try it out since it's not available in the summer. We don't get a choice here in Minnesota. We're always going to have winter, so if we can have a little more variety, I'm always all about that.
It's been a lot of fun for us having people on the property year-round. It's a scenic, beautiful landscape out here, and it's just another way to come on out, enjoy the property, really appreciate and experience what Brookview has to offer year-round.
That looked like a lot of fun. Now we're about halfway through the season of Lent at West Lutheran High School observed the holiday with a special concert this week. It was called The Power of the Cross. We leave you now with some sounds from students at West Lutheran High School in Plymouth.
It was hoops heaven in the northwest suburbs as District 279 rivals Park Center and Maple Grove were matched up in the quarterfinal round of the Class 4A boys basketball tournament. Park Center takes control early. Emmanuel Tamba dishes to Datavius Frierson for 2 and a 5-0 lead. Then Tommy Chapman nails the pull-up jumper for the Pirates as they go up 31-16. It's 33-16 Park Center at the half.
They're a pretty high-scoring team.
After trailing by as much as 20, Maple Grove starts to heat up. Nate Adams bombs a long three to pull his team within 12 at 56-44. But that's as close as they get. Kahari Broadway has one of his best games as a Pirate with 19 points as Park Center wins 77-56. Maple Grove's girls team was also in the state tournament. We profiled junior standout Abby Schulte on our Sports Jam show this week. There was much progress made in the Maple Grove girls basketball program this winter. Junior Abby Schulte and her teammates outpaced expectations.
I don't think anyone thought we were going to get to state this year, and it's just been so fun seeing all of us grow and, develop as a team, and just, seeing where that takes us, and yeah, getting to our end goal is really fun.
Schulte came into the state tournament averaging over 12 points and was second on the Crimson in assists and steals. Her basketball skill level is high, but coaches and teammates rave about her personal skills even more.
Oh, Abby's the biggest part of this team. Her positive energy and her leadership is the greatest thing we could possibly have. I mean, everything functions because we have Abby.
I love Abby so much, but she's an amazing leader, especially as a point guard last year and then transitioning to more of like a wing or off guard this year. She's been really instrumental in just being that communication between the younger players and the upperclassmen, and just being that like lighthearted girl that's just like always on the court and like bringing that smile and that sense of confidence that we really need.
Abby Schulte is just an incredible kid. She's an incredible person, besides just basketball. I mean, she's a 3.9 plus GPA kid. She's one of the most kind, caring individuals that you could ever have. She's just an incredible teammate.
Abby's concentrated on becoming a vocal leader along with senior teammate Sam Carroll. Picking another player up is a big part of it.
If somebody's down, I'm trying to high-five them, pick them up, and just give them words of encouragement, because everyone knows when they make a mistake, so it's having a good teammate to help pick them up is really what they need at that time, and especially in a really pressure-filled game, it's nice to have somebody knowing you have their back.
These trips to state in basketball the past 2 seasons weren't Abby's only state experiences. She played in 2 in a row the past 2 soccer seasons too.
It's big and it's exciting for both, working so hard all season long and just finally getting to the end and just having fun. That you just leave it all out on the court or on the field and see what happens.
A third sport had a Schulte from Maple Grove in state competition too. Abby's older sister, Sydney, now a student at the University of Iowa, made it to state in golf for the Crimson.
Yeah, my sister and I have a great relationship. I feel like she's pushed me even in basketball. She knows the game really well, and she's like watched me my whole life. So whether it's a couple of tips or on shooting or on when I make a turnover, she's always right there supporting me, and it's so nice. And I was so happy for her when she got to state for golf because I know how hard she works in that. And it was so fun for our family and especially for her to get there her senior year.
An A student, Abby's sure her future sport in college will be basketball, but she's glad soccer's been part of the journey too.
In past years, I've played both club soccer and AAU basketball, and it's a hard balance, you know, missing practices or tournaments or trying to go out of town with all the teams, and it's hard, but I feel like soccer has helped me with basketball and basketball has helped me with soccer, so I feel like I wouldn't be the player I am today without playing both.
And we'll have a recap of the state boys basketball tournament, plus our all-area teams in girls and boys basketball and hockey, starting Monday on Sports Jam here on CCX.